Hello learners, I'm sure everybody is ready to learn. So today we are going to learn about articles. But before we move on to what articles are or what are these that I've written here, we need to understand its definition. So article is placed before a noun or a pronoun. It is usually a, an and the. So now let us understand what are these. Actually, articles are of two kinds, definite and indefinite. So definite is one which we know, which we are sure of, and indefinite is one which we are not sure of. But before we proceed further, we need to remember that we can never use a singular countable noun without a, an, my, some, the, etc. For example, we cannot use boy alone. We need to write a and then it becomes a boy. We need to add here a cow, or we need to add the cows. So we need to understand this because these are singular countable nouns and these nouns cannot be written without these. So also note that an is really a weakened form of one. So when we talk about an, we usually figure it out as one. An means one. But it is a weakened form of one, and a is formed by dropping n of an. For example, how do we get a? So if there is an an, if we drop out n from there, so we get a. This is a small fact about an and a. The uses of a is quite tricky sometimes, and it is used before a vowel that is pronounced as, yo. That sound yo has to come here. Here it's written here. You can see this down, a bit down here. A is used before a vowel pronounced word whose sound comes like yo. Yo. That means you. Like for example, university here. Or the pronunciation of this particular word is being pronounced as you. So that's why a is used in front of it. Despite a vowel, we have to use a here. We cannot use an. Generally, the rule says that if there is a vowel, we need to add an in front of it. But here, the rule says that if the vowel pronounced sound comes like yo, then you need to add a in front of it. For example here, European. There is a e here, which is a vowel. Okay, so accordingly we need to add an here, but because the vowel pronounced sound is coming yo, that's why we cannot add an here. So we need to add a here. So that's why we need to say a European. We cannot say an European. Dear learners, there is another interesting place where you cannot use an. As you can see here, we also use a before a word beginning with a vowel pronounced as w. Like for example, you can see here, one-eyed man. So the pronunciation is coming w. So whenever this pronunciation comes w, you cannot use an. We need to add a. So a one-eyed man. Here too, 1 rupee note. So w. Again, this word, the pronunciation is coming w. Even though you have a vowel here, actually we should be adding here an according to the rule. But because the sound, or because of the vowel sound, it's coming like w, we have to use a. Similarly, such dash one, we cannot add such and one because this particular word has a vowel pronounced sound as w. We need to add here a. So what we understood here, learners, are that whenever there is a vowel pronounced sound which is coming like w, we cannot add an. We need to add a. And we have to understand that a and an are both indefinite pronouns, is indefinite article. indefinite article. Now let us see some of the uses of an, which is another article. An can be used before a vowel sound with a word beginning with a silent H. So here in this word you can see the word H is silent and we call it R. So in this kind of word we can use an. Why? Because the silent word H is there, so this word is not pronounced and the pronunciation is coming from O. That's why we need to add here an, indefinite pronoun. So similarly here we cannot say the honest, a honest. We need to add here an because the word H is silent and the pronunciation is coming from this vowel O, honest, O. So here another example is dash honorable man. So here again you can see this word, okay, the beginning word is H and here this particular word H is silent and we have a vowel sound that is coming O, honorable man. So that's why we need to add here an. So these are some of the basic tips or the basic rules that we need to follow if we are using an. Another point says we can use an before a word beginning with a consonant having vowel sound. So you can see here these are all consonants, there are no vowel here, okay, but the sounds are coming MA. So here too we have to use an. You cannot use a, you cannot use the, you have to use an. This is a rule because the word beginning with a consonant having the vowel sound, MA, MP. So this also has an, this also takes up an MBBS, and MD. So this is one simple rule again. So now having finished with a and an, let us see the uses of the, which is a definite article. Which is a definite article. So now generally proper nouns do not take articles before them, but the is used them in the following cases. Like for example, the Brahmaputra, because it is the name of a river. So the is used whenever there is the name of a river. The Gulf, because it is used, the is can be used, okay, before gulfs. The Bay of Bengal, before bays. The Himalayas, before mountain ranges, before mountain ranges. The Andamans, that is before islands. And lastly, the United States of America, before countries. So we can use the before rivers, gulfs, bays, mountain ranges, islands, countries, and there are many more, okay. But usually these proper nouns do not take up any articles, but where you can use articles are these. In these cases you can use articles. Like for example, in these cases, in this case you can see it has been the has been used everywhere. Where you can use the in where the river is mentioned, gulfs, bays, mountain ranges, islands, and countries.